So here we are then. We've just watched the game. Newcastle 3, Southampton 1 in the end. Clive's here with me for the match review. Let's start on a positive note though. The beer here at the Cricket Ooze is good.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's excellent. And we've had a good night. Obviously we're disappointed, we're gutted, but I guess if you were a neutral, that would have been a decent game other than the first 20 minutes, which was, yeah, not all that great. But other than that, it was a good game to watch.
For the neutral, yes.
Yeah.
For the first 45 minutes, you know, it's only just a smidgen better than it was last season. You know, last season we were down at 3-0 at half time, but 2-0 it gives us a little bit of heart. But I suppose the 2 goals for the home side are easily preventable.
I think Ralph got it wrong with the selection. I think he went a bit attacking when perhaps we should have gone a little bit in holding the midfield together and having a bit more possession and a bit more control of the game. I felt that it was bold. It was bold because the guys did it last week. They did it for him, the 3 up front. But today, I think you've got to look at Newcastle's recent form at home. It's been very excellent. I don't think Newcastle should be anywhere near down the bottom. I think they're a very good team with 4 very positive players up front who can do damage to most defences in the Premiership. But you know, physically, I thought we were a little bit lacking as a team first half. That's where I thought we went wrong. They were winning a lot of 50-50s. They were a lot more positive than us. I think Josh Sims was struggling a little bit. I really like the guy. I think he's excellent, but you know, sometimes away from home in a game like this, maybe he wasn't the right selection.
Yeah, I mean, we also suffered from a couple of injuries today. Jan Valery not in the selection, still suffering from the knock from Wolverhampton last weekend, and Yannick Vestergaard still, not in the squad. Picked up an injury during training this week. You know, we could say that we were suffering, sort of a lack of height at the back today. Yannick Vestergaard obviously towering above everybody else, but we were missing that today with Jack Stevens deputised.
He did, and I was always worried that Rondon would cause problems with his physicality, and he did, and also Perez did tremendously well. They have got a lot of guys that can do things, and maybe we should have been a bit more defensively minded first half. But being 2-0 down, on the flip side of that, being 2-0 down at half time, Saints came out and gave it a really good go second half, and his substitutions made a huge difference. We were well in the game right up till that 3rd goal.
We made some bold substitutions at half time, hooking Sims and Stevens off at half time for Lemina, back for his first game since basically Christmas, and Stuart Armstrong, and actually both of them combined for the first goal.
Yeah, who knows what Lemina's injury's been? It's been a bit of a mystery, hasn't it? Stomach strain or whatever, he's had an operation. But I'm so glad to see him back because I think this guy's real quality, and if you get his attitude right, been a little bit questionable in the past, but I think with Ralph in charge, if he can really fire this guy up, he can be a massive asset to Saints. And
it was a well-taken goal though, wasn't it? I read the statistic. I think it's 12 goals Saints have now scored from outside the box this season.
Yeah, we have, and it was a lovely goal. It was a lovely passing move, and you felt at that point of the game we've got the momentum. And Newcastle, for all their superiority in the first half, have suddenly thought, hang on, we've got a hell of a game on our hands here, and Saints could definitely take a point, maybe even 3 if you get the equaliser quick, and we very nearly did. There was a couple of occasions there where if we just read the situation and anticipated a little bit better, we could have got that equaliser, but it wasn't to be. Obviously very disappointed, but you've got to look forward to the next 4 games and think possibly a point will get us over the line right now.
I think so. I mean, we made some bold gambles in the second half. We really put the firepower on, didn't we? And we pushed for it, and eventually, they break away for their 3rd, and Perez puts his 3rd of the day in. And I suppose the scoreline is a little bit flattering for Newcastle.
Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, you could weigh it up and say, well, should the big talking point from their point of view will be, should Ward-Prowse have been sent off? If it had been against us, I'd have been screaming. The only thing I think might have saved him is just how far the guys kicked the ball forward. it's a long distance between where he was and our goalkeeper. So could Angus have come out and got it? I don't know. But my gut reaction was, oh God, he's off there. So I'm thankful from that point of view that going into the Watford game, James Ward-Prowse is still, and he's a vital part of the team, and he'll still be there.
I suppose what it is, we're still not feeling the pressure so much for relegation. I mean, this time last season, we were fearing for our safety, but I suppose we've got winnable fixtures now until the end of the season. But Watford on Tuesday, of course, and Bournemouth at home with West Ham and Huddersfield. I suppose on paper those are winnable games. You say we need 1 point, but I think 4 will absolutely see us safe.
I think they would. I mean, my biggest worry is I do not want to go to that Huddersfield game needing something. Because that's almost like our get out of jail card. We're better than that. I think we've shown that in the second half of the season, and I'm really hopeful in the next 2 games we can pick up the necessary points to get over the line. But obviously until it's done, it's not done. So you just keep going and you be professional, and I think the guys deserve it. And I think Ralph's given the club a lot of energy and the supporters a lot of belief. And so you take that forward to Watford. Watford had a decent win today. All right, it's Huddersfield, who cares? You've still got to beat someone. They probably should have beaten Arsenal the other night with 10 men. So it's going to be a tough old game up at Vicarage Road, but one we can get something out of, I'm sure.
Well, I suppose in the short term, obviously we're disappointed, but in the bigger picture, I think we are confident of our safety.
For all Ralph's work, and I think it's been excellent, he's learning. And he probably would have learned a few things today. And I hope the one thing that he learns is that when we've got a corner, we put maybe 2 players back, because that's come to bite us against West Ham, against Liverpool, and it could have cost us a player today, one of the key players of our season. So it's great to be attacking minded. It's great to have 10 men in the box, but hang on a minute, you've also got to defend, and that's a recurring thing. So there's something he's learning, but he's right from his first press conference. I thought that guy talks football common sense, and I think he's got a great hold on the game. I think what he's done to certain players is remarkable, and if and I hope the odds are we will get over the line. But it is something to be applauded. It really is, because when you look back at when he came to the club, we were in dire straits. 9 points on the board, and a squad of players that didn't really believe in themselves. So fantastic.
Great stuff, Clive. Let us know your match review in the comments below. Clive, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Up the Saints.
And up the Saints.